welcome to my channel. So I'm back with another video, and today it's gonna be a story time, and it's going to be about, or it's gonna be another story that happened when I used to work at Marshall's. Okay, so it is a pretty good story, so please stay and enjoy my story, and please subscribe to my channel. Also, I am gonna have more stories, plus I do have book reviews. So if you guys are interested, please stay and subscribe to my channel again. Okay, that's your homework, es que se hagan subscribe. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Okay, we're just gonna get started and dive right into this story. But I am going to be drinking throughout my video, and just to let you know, don't judge me, okay? But I am pre-recording this video, so I'm gonna be drinking the same thing I was drinking, and it's going to be una agua mineral preparada. It is super delicious. Go try it. But if you guys want to drink with me or anything you guys want, go get them, and let's get started. Salud. This video is going to be about a time where some employee at Marshall's did something that was pretty bad, and they end up getting fired. Okay, so let's just dive in. When I started working at Marshall's, the first person, because they told me you're gonna be in the department of ladies, so the ladies department, and I wanted to be a cashier, but they just put me in the ladies. They needed someone there, and I was like, it's okay, like honestly, any position will help me out, because I really wasn't desperate of a job. So I was like, that's fine, I'll take it. I'll work at the ladies department. So when I got there, okay, the first person they introduced me to, and this is gonna be the main character in this story, we're gonna name her Cassie. So I get there, and the manager introduces me to Cassie. So Cassie, at this point, she was the ladies coordinator. So I don't want to say they're managers, but yeah, they're higher than me, okay, at that point. And plus, she wasn't just a ladies coordinator, she was also a key carrier. So she was a manager, okay? That is manager position. So she was a ladies coordinator and a manager. And what I noticed is that all of the managers loved her, okay? Like, they just got along so well. I could see the way they interacted with each other, and they loved Cassie. All right, so that's my first impressions of her. But anyways, I ended up meeting Cassie, and she was nice to me. Okay, she wasn't rude or anything. She was nice. She did teach me a little bit about the ladies department. I remember she walked me around, she showed me everything, and everything was fine, okay? Everything was normal. She showed me what to do in the ladies department, and then so that's it. Like, she shows me everything, and then I leave. And then I would see her once in a while. We wouldn't work together, because normally it's just one person that is working the ladies department. So I wouldn't really work with her. I would see her sometimes and say bye to her, because I would work in the afternoons, but that's pretty much it, okay? There's sometimes that I would close with Cassie, and I loved closing with Cassie. Cassie was, like I said, she was nice, but she was easygoing. Everyone loved her, you know, even not just the managers, but even other employees loved closing with Cassie. So I would close with her, and everything was fine and normal. Okay, like, she was great. But I don't know if you guys know this. If you guys shop at Marshall's, we do have to push on a card. So it's a credit card, and we do have like certain quotes that we have to hit. So it would be like, we have to have based on like what we're making. It's based how many cards you're gonna get. So let's just say that day we're gonna make about $50,000. So we need 10 cards. Okay. So these cards, we had to push them, and they were credit cards. They are credit cards. So you do need a social security number. You do need a address. Okay, so there's certain things that you definitely required to have. Okay, so not just anyone could sign up for this. But girl, I'm talking about this because we had to make certain credit cards. So everybody there, like, it's very booty tight because they are stressing out, especially if you're a cashier. They're stressing out getting these cards. So I remember we didn't have to really stress out about it because we're in the floor most of the time. We do help out, but you know, I didn't have to have a lot of credit cards like the cashiers. But Cassie, because she is a manager and because she is a ladies coordinator, doesn't mean that she doesn't need cards. She needs cards too, okay? So the managers will push her to get cards. And I remember, girl, that she would get so many cards, and I was like, how are you getting these cards? Because it's hard to get these cards. Let me tell you right now. When you ask a customer like, "Hi, how you doing?" and then you ask them, "Do you have a credit card?" and they tell you no, and then you're like, "Oh, are you in?" No. And I'm like, I didn't even finish asking you if you wanted the card and you're just telling me no. Like, espérate, let me explain myself. But girl, it's so hard to get these cards, and Cassie was killing it. She was getting these cards como que si fuera, no sé, agua. Like, she would get so many cards, I remember, and all the managers loved her because of that, because she would just push cards like that. But girl, time went on and nothing really eventful happened. You know, everything was normal. Cassie was getting her cards. I was struggling. I'll tell you that in another story, but you know, everything was fine until one day Cassie didn't show up to work. And it was kind of weird because she was there every single day and she wasn't there. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's her day off. Like, that's normal. Girl, the next day, Cassie wasn't there. And I was like, huh, did she take a vacation? What's going on, right? So you start thinking a little like, what's going on with Cassie? Third day comes around. Cassie's not there. And again, no explanation. No one knows nothing where she's at. We didn't know where Cassie was at all. We did ask if she was in her like a vacation. I think they said yes. I think she's like, yeah, she's taking a break or something like that. But that's it. Girl, after a week, because you're only allowed to take a week at a time, she didn't come back. Everyone was like, what's going on? That's all they were talking about, okay? That was all they were talking about, was like, where's Cassie? Where is Cassie? What happened to Cassie? Is Cassie okay? And everybody was talking, and I think one of the girls had Cassie's number. They were tired of the manager saying like Cassie is on vacation. So she ended up calling Cassie and being like, hey Cassie, are you okay? Is something going on? And girl, let me tell you, one day comes around and that girl that ended up calling Cassie, she comes up to me and like we start talking, okay? We start talking, and then she tells me, hey, do you know what happened to Cassie? And I tell her, oh girl, no, like I don't know what's going on with Cassie. I don't know what happened to her, you know? She just disappeared all of a sudden. No one knows anything. Like no one knows what's going on. And she's like, girl, I called her and I know what's going on. And I was like, dime right now. Like, dime, ¿qué está pasando? And she kind of tells me, she's like, the managers wants to keep it in a low, so please don't tell anyone. And I was like, I pinky swear que no le voy a decir a nadie, excepto a YouTube. Okay, I pinky swear. Anyways, she proceeds by telling me that she ended up getting fired. Girl, I was like, ¿qué? Cassie? And she's like, yes, Cassie. Cassie ends up getting fired. And she tells me, do you remember that Cassie would get a lot of cards, credit cards? And I was like, yeah, she was a beast. Like, she would get so many credit cards. She's like, well, what she was doing, girl, hold on, let me take a sip porque it's a lot, let me tell you. What Cassie was doing is that she would bring in friends to the store, right? She would tell her friends, apply for the credit card. And girl, that's not illegal. Okay, you could do that. They actually encourage you to do that, to be like, oh, your mom, for instance, or tell her to apply, or a friend tell her to apply. Girl, that's not the illegal part. The illegal part is that these friends wouldn't use their social security number. They would use other people's social security number. So they would randomly type in someone else's social security number into the system. Okay. And they would, I don't know if they would use another name or that name. I have no idea. Okay. But they would use someone else's address, I'm sure. They would take out credit cards with other people's social security numbers and addresses. Okay, that's what she was doing. And not just that, okay, not just taking people's information. Also, she would get those credit cards that her friends got. So some would get approved, some wouldn't. But the ones that would get approved, she would get those cards and she will max them out. I'm pretty sure. I don't know exactly, but she would use them. Okay, she would use those credit cards from other people's information, and that's how she was getting credit cards. That's why she was so good at it, because her friends were helping her and they were doing things that they were not supposed to. Okay, and girl, when she told me that, I was like, no effing way. Like, what? And she's like, yeah. Somehow they end up finding out. I don't know if they recorded her. I don't know how they end up finding out what she was doing. So the company ends up finding out and they end up talking to her and firing her. They kept this hush hush. I'm guessing they told her, girl, you better just pack your bags and leave before we press charges or anything. If you just leave like that, we won't say anything. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. No sé qué pasó. No sé si they swept it under the rug and they didn't say anything to us. No one found out except like the people who called her, but they just kept it so hush, and that's kind of weird, no? That they kept it like that and they didn't tell anyone. I don't know what's going on. Algo está pasando, pero I don't know. Quién sabe, okay? No me pregunten a mí. Anyways, so yeah, girl, the last thing that I know about Cassie after she got fired is that she ended up talking about me, and she told one of my coworkers that I did not deserve the ladies coordinator position. I ended up getting it after she left, kind of. So she told my coworker that I wasn't good at my job and that I did not deserve that position. And I was like, ouch, I thought we were friends, but okay, that's fine, whatever, you do you, boo. But yeah, after that, I know that she worked at another store. I'm not gonna say which one, I know which one. But I'm gonna say where. But she started working at another store. It took her a while to get another job. That's what I heard. But yeah, girl, that's it. That is pretty much what I know about her. I ended up just erasing her from Facebook after what I heard that she was talking about me. So I was like, I don't need that in my life. I don't need someone that's stealing. I don't need someone that's being a jerk to me. Nada de eso. So I deleted her from Facebook. That's all I know about her. I don't know anything else about her. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Anyways, that's it. That's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's the time where someone did something they shouldn't have had and they got caught and they got fired. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my other videos. I do have book reviews, movie reviews, and makeup reviews, and story times, and I do a lot of stuff here. So if you guys are into that content, please stay and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.